All right, everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. You know how this works. You send us the stuff that's caught your eye, and we take a closer look.
That's right, we dig in.
And this time, we are heading to the Himalayas.
Oh, nice.
You sent us some really fascinating material about a film called The Monk and the Gun.
Oh, yeah, I saw this in the queue.
A monk and a gun. Okay, I'll admit that right off the bat, my curiosity is totally piqued. It takes place in Bhutan in 2006.
Wow.
As the country is getting ready for its very first democratic election.
Fascinating.
I mean, that's major in itself, but then there's this whole other layer.
Okay.
An American visitor named Ron Coleman brings an antique rifle into the country.
An antique rifle, huh? This is interesting. What jumped out at me right away was this juxtaposition of a monk seeking firearms.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's just so unexpected.
Oh, really?
It just makes you wonder, like, what's happening in Bhutan at this time. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of anxieties or uncertainties are swirling around this major political shift to even have a monk involved in something like procuring firearms?
Yeah, my first thought is, wait a minute, isn't that completely at odds with Buddhist teachings about peace and nonviolence?
Right.
Like, help me understand.
Well, it's important to keep in mind that we're talking about Bhutan transitioning to democracy here.
Yeah.
This is a monumental shift for a nation that is really steeped in ancient traditions.
Absolutely.
Perhaps there's a sense of vulnerability, you know, a need to protect this brand new system, even if it means embracing methods that on the surface seem completely contradictory to their core beliefs.
You've been researching Bhutan for a while now. Has anything in your research pointed to this kind of tension between tradition and modernity?
Absolutely. Bhutan's modernization has always been a very carefully considered process. This balancing act between preserving their unique cultural identity and engaging with the rest of the world, you know, the globalized world.
Right.
And this film seems to be capturing that very tension, using this image of a monk seeking firearms as a powerful symbol of this internal struggle.
Yeah, and then you have Ron Coleman, the American.
Right.
Who kind of inadvertently gets tangled up in all of this.
Yeah.
Could his character be a representation of the outside world kind of bumping up against Bhutanese tradition?
It's certainly possible. The film definitely seems to be playing with this whole idea of cultural collision.
Yeah.
Ron, with his antique rifle, represents a different set of values, different historical context. Even his presence could be a catalyst for Tashi's journey.
Oh, interesting.
You know, forcing him to confront these really complex questions about his own identity and the changing world around him.
It's interesting, too, that the film is a collaboration between Bhutan, Taiwan, France, the U.S., and Hong Kong.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that.
What do you think that international mix might bring to the storytelling?
I think it's got to add a layer of richness and complexity to the film. You know, you have all these different perspectives converging, which can really lead to a more nuanced and authentic portrayal of the characters and the themes. It's not just a Bhutanese story anymore. It becomes a human story about navigating change and finding your place in a world that's constantly evolving.
It's also worth noting that the film premiered at the Telluride Film Festival.
Wow.
And even won a special jury prize at the Rome Film Festival.
Those are some serious accolades.
Yeah, that tells us that this isn't just some niche film. It's resonating with audiences.
Yeah.
On a global scale.
Absolutely.
Clearly, there's something powerful and universal in its message.
For sure.
Okay, so to kind of sum up what we've got here.
Yeah.
We have a young monk in Bhutan, this nation that's really on the brink of democracy.
Right.
And he is tasked with procuring firearms.
Wow.
We have an American visitor who kind of inadvertently sets this whole chain of events in motion. And all of this is set against this backdrop of cultural shifts and internal conflict.
That's fascinating.
This sounds like a film that will really make you think.
It does, and it all comes together February 2nd.
Oh, great.
When it hits theaters.
So everyone, keep an eye out for The Monk and the Gun, and let us know what you think.
Yes, please do.
We'd love to hear your perspective after you've had a chance to experience it for yourself.
Absolutely. Be fascinating to hear your take.
All right. That's it for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.